In this episode we will have a bonfire, water issues, northern lights and some astrology. My name is Emily and I live here in an off-grid cabin in the Arctic. Now in January it is very dark. This bonfire is actually at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Can you believe it? The darkness is not bad, because we have moon, stars, northern lights and asteroids to look at. When the sky is clear, that is. And it has been for many days now. I'm starting to make this video now on the 5th of January 2026. I have been researching a lot since December and now into the new year, because we have so many interesting aspects coming up for this year, and since I'm learning astrology I feel I have to research from different sources, not just at my school. I'm studying at London School of Astrology, but I'm also searching and researching what other astrologers say about the aspects that are coming up. Some of the astrologers I have looked to is Pam Gregory, Chris Brennan, Heather Ensword, Steve Judd, Dan Waits, Rick Levine, and I've even looked to astrophysics, Stefan Burns, to see what are they saying that's similar, are they seeing it differently, and how is my own interpretation. I made an illustration to show you how the planets will move now in the beginning of the new year. The inner ring is a snapshot of the planetary placements from the 5th of January, and the outer ring is just a copy of the same placement. I will make an animation to show you how the planets will move from the 5th of January until the 18th of January, when we will have the first new moon of this year. Pay special attention to the planet Mars, the Sun and Venus. As you can see, Mars is just 1 degree from the Sun, and on the other side we have Venus 1 degree from the Sun as well. But something very special is going to happen. Both Venus and Mars will come in direct contact with the Sun. Let's push play and see how they move. The planets are not moving very fast, except the moon, of course. When the moon reaches the same degree as the Sun, that's when we will have a new moon. And that will be the first new moon of this year. 2026 is really a year of new beginnings, and it can be a lot for all of us. Let's make sure we understand what the new beginnings, the new cycles of Venus and Mars conjunct the Sun, what's that about? And afterwards we will look more into the new moon. The Sun represents purpose, a guiding light and meaning to our lives. Mars is a planet that's about vitality, courage and drive. And Venus, on the other hand, is love, pleasure and sensuality. Mars is a masculine sign that chases after, and Venus is drawing towards her. Mars is also a very pure energy, it's all fire, while Venus is complex. She's about water, earth and air. She's not that easy to put a label on. This conjunction and this merging between the Sun, Venus and Mars can manifest in many different ways. For us personally, if we are connected to this by our natal chart, it could be a cycle that's about courage to go after the things that you love, courageous love. It could also be finding the drive to work towards something that gives you pleasure. It could be so many things connected to motivation and moving towards what's purposeful in your life. Remember the guiding light of the sun. Courage to go after the things you love. It could also be love for war. We don't want that, do we? It could be about falling in love with someone that has tremendous spirit and drive. Finding pleasure in living more courageously from your own heart. It could be about finding more pleasure and harmony in your life, guiding you towards something that feels more purposeful for you. The new cycles for Mars and Venus is happening together with the Sun. Planets close to the Sun are invisible because the light of the Sun is so bright. We can therefore refer to them as unconscious mergings. They are powerful but hidden. The starting point is in the sign of Capricorn, and therefore they will be flavored by that sign. So let's talk a little bit about Capricorn and what it means. Capricorn represents in many ways the legacy we leave behind. How people will talk about us and remember us. Our worldly achievements. What we have built and accomplished during our time here on Earth. Capricorn is very much linked to structures, limits, time, learning lessons, getting older, and of course mastery. Let me give you some ideas for new cycles, new beginnings with Venus and Mars in Capricorn. This cycle is perfect for working towards any goal you feel passionate about and can create from a place of love. Venus is famous for wanting and loving everything. But Capricorn is about knowing your limits and making priorities. At the end of November 2027, Venus and Mars will be holding hands once again as they re-enter Capricorn and complete this part of the cycle. If you have any planets, especially the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus or Mars, in 16 to 19 degrees of Capricorn, Cancer, Aries or Libra in your natal chart, this Venus and Mars cycle will apply directly into your own personal life. So think about that for a moment. You are getting a great opportunity to evolve together with these energies and these planets. It's been so cold this January that the stream I used to get my fresh water from is completely frozen. There is no way I can make a hole in this thick ice, so I have to go down to the ocean and where the stream comes into the ocean and find water from there. I don't know about you, but my Venus is craving a warm bath. So I will take my courageous, energetic Mars energies to the stream and get water for that. It doesn't matter if it's some salt water with it, because I don't use it for drinking. I use it for taking a shower, washing up and things like that. Let's have a look at the new moon that is coming up on the 18th of January. The Sun and the Moon are now at 28 degrees of Capricorn, and we can see that Mars and Venus is still close to the Sun. Mars has a wider orbit to the Sun and is therefore moving slower. Left to chase after Venus once again. Speaking of Venus, she is speeding and has already moved into the new sign of Aquarius, where she will meet up with Pluto and Vesta. Pluto is a powerful planet. It is in its essence about power, getting power, having power, or losing it. Self-empowerment, being powerless. Venus is heading to the underworld, Pluto being its ruler. For most of us, it will be very brief, if we even notice it at all. If you have any planets at 3 degrees of Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, or Taurus, you will know what I'm talking about when I say the dark night of the soul. It's a powerful time in your life. You might feel lost, lonely, afraid, and it just goes on for weeks, months, even years. There is a good chance you are experiencing a life crisis, struggling with power issues, seeing no rescue in sight. Pluto is about finding the power to rescue yourself. It's there, deep inside of you. It is inside all of us. This new moon, Venus and Vesta, and a powerful trine to Uranus, Neptune and Saturn can be a release point. Uranus is the planet of sudden and unexpected insight, and it is conjunct Sedna, a powerful Arctic goddess of rebirth and metamorphosis, a profound change in form and a deep material shift. Sextiling Neptune, the planet of dreams, and Saturn, the planet of mastery. A powerful triangle of possibilities to be seeded at this new moon. In astrology, trines and sextiles are considered easy and harmonious, and squares are considered hard and challenging. But there is more to them than that. For us to grow and evolve, to find new solutions, we need squares. Chiron is at 22 degrees of Aries, squaring this new moon, and squaring Jupiter in Cancer. Chiron, the wounded healer, is linked to deep wounds, something we can't heal alone, perhaps never quite heal. But he also represents our ability to help others through the experiences we have ourselves. If you have any planets at 22 degrees of Aries, Libra, Cancer or Capricorn, this can be a painful time. Have compassion for yourself. Remember, Chiron is the healer. He could not heal himself, but he brought healing to so many others, and he was looked after and cared for himself. Jupiter makes everything it touches larger. This can be a time where you feel pain from old scars even more. But Jupiter brings optimism. It offers a way back up. This can be found inside yourself, or it could be someone else showing up for you in your time of need. The seeds we are planting at this new moon will have a progression time of 9 months. So you might see some results around the 18th of October this year. It will be completed at the full moon in Capricorn on the 18th of July 2027. At the time of a new moon, we are very much in the dark, but stay with it. It is a perfect time to make a wish list and to vision new ways of living, working and being. I cannot say that this is an easy new moon, even with all the trines, but it is a powerful one. Let's not forget about Vesta, the goddess of the heart fire. She is guarding our inner flame through this.